What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Just realized you guys probably think I only have black hoodies. I do have a lot of black hoodies, but I also do a lot of recording in the same day. I probably should just change them out, hey. I promise you I don't just wear the same one over and over again. Today I want to talk about writer's block because it's something that I've not had in a very long time. So I thought I would maybe share some stuff with you as to what I believe it is that's allowed me to not have it in such a long time. So writer's block obviously hits every producer, right? And I'm not saying I've never had it because that would be ridiculous. But I've just not had it in quite some time. And I genuinely believe that that is down to listening at the moment to a lot of, well, there's a number of different reasons. I'm going to go through these. But one of the major ones for me is listening to a lot of music, different sets. For me at the moment, it's been sets from like 2000 and stuff, where the music to me just seems really kind of creative. I'm getting to the point now where I'm listening to these sets and I've got so many different ideas that I'm struggling to find the time to actually get them down into tracks, which I guess is not a bad problem to have at the moment, and I should really be trying to embrace on it. But yeah, just listening to lots of music, like all it takes is just listening to one little bass hit or a different bass line, and I'm instantly inspired to go and at least try it, even I just try and replicate it in some way. What that's doing is I'm then learning from that. And then when it comes to the time that I do want to spend some time making some music, I have that knowledge then that I've been gathering over just whatever it is time to, the knowledge that I've gathered doing those little sessions of just trying to practice something and get that sound. When I come to then do an actual track where I'm actual wanting to finish it, that knowledge is there then to kind of stop that writer's block. Because the thing that I find a big reason why I feel a lot of people get writer's block is sometimes it's a bit of a lack of knowledge. They want to try and do something, but they can't get that idea out of their head. And I think it can sometimes be misconstrued whether it's writer's block or just a lack of knowledge with things. This is just a quick announcement to let you know if you are struggling with writer's block. Mainly melodies is one of those things that really will kind of trip you up here. So be sure to check out the latest melody writing tutorial that I've done over at allanmorrowstudios.com. Let's get straight back to the video. So the more knowledge that you have, the better it's going to be. The more time you're going to save with inside your sessions, you know? So I'm a big firm believer in, if you're a music producer, you should never, ever be bored. There's always something to be doing with production, whether that's learning, organizing your samples, learning sound design, you know, getting your folders in your production folder all organized and stuff like that. There's just so much stuff to be doing as a producer that it isn't just writing tracks all the time, that can save you time. And when you do come to, you know, make music, those things are to hand and organized. One thing that I definitely do a lot is I'm constantly trying to learn new ways of doing things. When I was first learning, I would not do that learning inside the actual studio itself. I'd be doing it on a commute or whatever like that, on a bus, wherever you can, not wasting my time just looking at rubbish online or just time wasting stuff. I would see that as a time to go, right, I can watch a video on production here, right? So that when I do get in the studio, I'm like, right, okay, I know how to do that now. I'm not wasting that studio time to do it. The other thing, obviously, as well, is, as I've mentioned, is organizing your sounds. There's nothing more of a mood killer than trying to find a decent clap when you're in the middle of making a track. You know, if you've got some organized there in your, and I don't just mean in your samples, get them into a sampler as well, your favorite ones, to help quickly get those sounds. The quicker you can do that, the quicker you're going to get through tracks, the less bored of a track you're going to get when you're making it. Because as well, writer's block can come from, you know, just listening to the same thing over and over again. So the faster you can get tracks down, the better. That's going to stop the writer's block too. But yeah, I just don't think you can be bored as a producer. There's always something to be doing. And I think a good skill to have as a producer is to know when to switch from one thing to another, right? So for myself, another reason why I don't think I get writer's block is because I'm constantly doing different things with AM Studios. You know, I'm working with different clients. They've got different sounds. They've got different needs, and what they're trying to achieve. So I'm constantly chopping and changing from different places that are inspiring me to sort of make different sounds. You know, I might be sat with a client and they're working on a particular style of track that then might spark some inspiration for me. I might not be able to do something with it there and then, but when I come into the studio and it comes to like, right, I want to make some music now, I have that stuff inside my head to try and get down. Another thing, probably the final thing actually, when it comes to, it's not the only final thing, but there's going to be more. I just can't think of them right now. But the last thing I want to mention to you as well about writer's block is to be making sure that you're making the music that you really want to make. One thing I found over the Christmas period was I said to myself, I'm just going to make music that I really want to make. Not being swayed by any labels or anything like that. And it just started to flow. It really did. There was no restrictions. I wasn't bothered about trying to get it to sound a certain way. I was just like, if I like the sound of it, I like the sound of it, and I'm going to go with it. And I think I probably got like 80% done of about 4 to 5 tracks in a 2-week period or something like that. Hopefully be able to share them with you soon. But I found it kind of like released the shackles a little bit. And having that knowledge as well to be able to go, right, I can chop and change here. I can do something without, you know, being restricted by it. And this is why I say try to learn as much as you can, because that's going to lift a lot of restrictions off you. Is I was just able to just flow. I just got in the flow state, and it was just really nice to not have to worry about what it sounded like. So that is a big one for me. So hopefully, if you are struggling with writer's block, some of the things that I've mentioned today might help you. There might be things in here that you've not been doing so much. The listening to sets for me was a real big one. I went through a period of time where I wasn't doing it enough. And now that I'm going to the gym more and doing more walking, it's a great time for me to just listen to music uninterrupted from the world. And that's where a lot of my ideas come to me, and then I'll just kind of write them down in a notepad or just remember them. But yeah, that one is a huge one. So I hope if you have got writer's block, let me know in the comments below, what is it that you find that you struggle with? What is it that triggers writer's block for you? And how do you overcome your writer's block? What tips have you got that other people in the community might gather some knowledge from and help them? But yeah, let us know. I know this is a bit of a rambling video, I guess. It's not essentially a full-blown set of tips today, but I do feel at the moment that I've not had writer's block, and I wanted to kind of share some of the things that kind of helped me. So hopefully they'll help you too. So if you haven't yet done so, be sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell. I hope this video has helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.